on my computer desktop. So yeah, haven't gone live in a long time. And shout out to Project Up, man. Y'all really got me thinking this morning. So they blessed me and let me share a little bit this morning about affirmations and accountability. And I thought about that all morning. Like I went to my training. I have a trainer that I go to twice a week, and I thought about it on my way to my trainer. And just man, it was something, right? And speaking of, there's my trainer. And so I was thinking about this, and something I said this morning had me thinking. So one of my affirmations is I am peace, right? And I was talking about, how you have to speak life over yourself, but you also have to speak what you want to come into your life, right? And so I thought about this. I thought about how when you're speaking affirmations and stuff over yourself, you also have to think about who you are as a person. And when I said that I am peace, it's about commanding my presence. And so wherever I go, I create an atmosphere of peace. And so in that regard, when I walk into a space, I impact that space. That space doesn't impact me. And I choose to live my life in that way because I don't want anything outside of me negatively impacting or making an influence on who I am or who I choose to become. And so when I say I am peace, I don't care how toxic the situation, and I said situation is, when I walk in the room, it's immediately adjusted and shifted because the peace that I carry with me has changed and infused that atmosphere. And so, when I walk into a space, I'm commanding a room. I'm owning the room because I'm peace. I'm everything that I need to be. And so people are attracted to me. And so people want to talk to me and know, I don't know what it is about that person. I don't know what it is about her, but I want to find out. I want to learn more about her. I want to talk to her because I haven't said anything. I just simply walked in the room. And so I want to encourage you to think about how you own a room. Sometimes owning a room doesn't have anything to do with you making this grand, flamboyant entrance, right? Sometimes it's just simply your presence. Before you walk into the room, first of all, you have to have an agenda for yourself. If you're going to a networking event, you're going to hang out, whatever it is, what's your agenda? Even if it's, I'm just going to have a good time no matter what. Guess what? Have a good time no matter what. So that way, any monkey business go off, you still going to have a good time regardless, because your agenda was just that, to have a good time. And so let's take a networking event. You show up to this networking event. Before you show up, what's your agenda? Your goal should be, maybe my goal and my agenda is I want to meet 3 people that I haven't met before, 3 very interesting people. Doesn't have anything to do necessarily with, maybe my business, or they may not have anything directly tied to what I do, but I just want to meet 3 new people today. That's your goal. Before you walk in, sit there and breathe. Just really take some moments to breathe in and say them affirmations over yourself. I am influence. I am an influential person. I'm going to walk into this space owning the room. And I command the presence of people who are meant to connect with me in this moment. And just breathe through that. And really, really go through that exercise. Like seriously, go through that exercise, and then you go into that networking event, and you go in with such a confidence, head high, and it's like you command the room. You don't have to say nothing. You don't need to make no flamboyant entrance. You just walk in, and then you stand there and you observe the room. You watch the room, you observe, but you still maintain that presence that I'm an influential person, and I'm somebody that you want to know. I'm somebody that you want to get to know. You want to make it your business to know me. And you don't even have to say anything, but your presence commands that type of thing that makes people want to get to know who you are and what do you do. Why do you command such a presence? What's up with how you carried yourself up in here that I feel drawn to come talk to you? See, when you know that you are an influential person, you don't have to flaunt that. You can just walk in the room, and your presence demands that people want to get to know you. So when it comes your time to do your 30-second elevator pitch, or however they do that thing, people gonna be like, Oh, I knew I really wanted to talk to her for a reason. And they'll flock to you. And you'll be that person. And then your name starts getting in the wind. That's how your name get in the wind before you even show up to a room. It's like, oh, I wonder if so and so gonna be here. I wonder if so. And then wherever you go, that's where other people want to go. And now you have increased your level of influence because people want to know what's on you. I'm peace. I'm influential. Say you out having a good time and a toxic situation pop off. Guess what? Are you influencing the situation, or is the situation influencing you? So you got to check your response to certain stimuli, right? What if you walk into a room and it's toxic? Stuff is popping off. Is your presence diffusing the situation, or are you adding gasoline to a lit fire? Now, I'm not saying that some fires shouldn't be lit, because there are some fires that need to be lit, and that's okay. But are you lighting the wrong fire? So to be an influential person means you got to know which fires to light and which ones to let your presence diffuse. Sometimes people understand that the way you carry yourself, they automatically check themselves. There's going to be some people who just ignorant. It is what it is, and they're not going to adjust themselves. But for the majority of people who really have some coof and decorum about themselves and really check themselves and really paying attention and reading the room, when you walk into a space, it's like, there's a shift. It may not be instant, but at some point they're gonna check themselves and be like, "Yo, we need to chill." Why we need to chill? Because we out of pocket right now. We being mad disrespectful to everybody around us. Why? Because you walked in the room. You didn't say nothing. They just knew something shifted because you walked in the room. I can't tell you how many times I walk in the room and people automatically stop cussing. I ain't said nothing. Just how I walked in the room. Because it's how I carry myself. I am peace. I am respect. I am this. I am that. I am influential. And I command this. I ain't said nothing. I just walk in the room. I can be driving down the street. That happened this morning on my way to my trainer. Pulled on next side. This car. The car was there first. Windows up in that Lexus, and boom, you can hear the music outside all the way into my car. Time I rolled up, I walked next to that car 2 minutes. That volume turned down. I didn't say nothing. I just drove up. I'm in my car. Can you imagine what it's like to actually be in a room? When you walk in a room and people understand who you are, they don't even know your name, but they recognize your presence. They recognize the spirit that you carry on you. Are you antagonistic by nature? Because if you antagonistic by nature, guess what? You ain't influential and you're not peace, because you are adding fuel to an already lit fire that need to be diffused. But on the other hand, maybe you're the fire that needs to be lit in somebody in a room, a networking room, because somebody ain't quite got the confidence they need to step and go to that next level in their business. But just because they were around you and you said one thing, they like, ooh, now I'm a fire starter. You just got to know what kind of fires to start and which ones to diffuse, but your presence should command either one. And based off of what's happening, and when you walk in that room, that thing should automatically shift. If not, start doing some reflection on yourself. Maybe you need to shift your atmosphere, your affirmations, or maybe you need to spend more time reciting your affirmations. One of the things I said this morning was I have recordings. I have my affirmations on my phone, and they're recorded. And sometimes I just sit here and I play them so I can hear my voice reciting my affirmations to me throughout the day. Because sometimes you need to remind yourself who you are. Wait a minute, I done forgot who I was. Wait a minute, I done forgot who I am, who I TI is. Wait a minute, I'm tripping. Because you have those moments, because somebody will come along and say something, or you'll see something that'll trigger you into a point in your life when your confidence maybe wasn't all of that. But then you need to remind yourself of who TI is. Play those affirmations and tell yourself who you are today, because who you are today isn't who you were 2 hours ago. Because I promise you who I am right now at 2:15 in the afternoon on January 6th is not who I was this morning at 9:30. And it's sure not who I was when I left my trainer walking crazy Monday, Tuesday after leg day. Not the same person. I'm evolving, and that's a good thing. If you're not growing and evolving, if your affirmations aren't taking you to that next level, you need to reconsider your affirmations. Work through them. It's okay to change them. They're not set in stone. Because if you're not growing, what's happening? We should always be striving to grow and be better every single day. Every single every single minute of the day. Now listen, I ain't finna be like these internet folks telling you how to do this, that, and third, because I feel like your goals and your growth it should be at your level and not somebody else's. So I'm not finna tell you what goals are for you. I'm not finna tell you, oh, you should be making 6 figures and your goal this year should be this. I'm telling you, your goal for this year should be whatever it is that you set for yourself. I don't care if it's I'm gonna eat 30 calories less a day or a month, or I'm gonna cut back on the amount of sugar I eat every month, or I'm gonna do whatever, like whatever your goal is. I'm striving to be happier every day. And what does that look like to me? Your goals are your goals. Don't be on here comparing yourself to AstroTurf on the internet, because the internet gonna have you psychotic. And I'm not saying that to be funny. I'm saying that to be real, because we have people out here comparing themselves to something that's not real, and that's affecting your self-esteem and your confidence, and that's why you're not owning the room. And maybe the person you used to be all full of confidence that could own a room and make people want to know you, and you trying to figure out why they don't know more. Maybe you shifted your focus too much trying to compare yourself to the internet and what folks are telling you about on the internet versus who you know is true to be true about yourself. What's true about you? So when I say I am peace, when I make a declaration over myself, because that's what your affirmations are, that's something that I'm true to walking into. So if your declarations aren't creating change in you, lasting change, and changes that you really want to see, positive change, redirect that. Ask yourself some questions. Really meditate on your affirmations and ask yourself, is this pushing me to a place where I can own a room? I don't care if it's a networking event. I don't care if it's church. I don't care if it's the live from the living room to the bedroom. I don't care if it's your community. I don't care if it's the park. I don't care if it's the grocery store, big box store, restaurant. I don't care where you are. Your presence should own the room and make people want to adjust and be respectful, but find out what is it about you that's so attractive that I got to know you, because it ain't just your looks. What are you carrying that makes people want to find out who you are and what you do? That's how you own a room. But before you walk in there, breathe through them exercises and say to yourself, you a bad something, and you got a lot to offer. And anybody that don't see the value in what you have to offer isn't your person. I'm about to do a post real quick in a little bit on ghosting. And I just want to encourage you that if you get ghosted, that's not a bad thing. I'm going to tell you about that in a minute. But listen, that's all I have real quick. I just want to get on here real quick and bless y'all and talk with y'all a little quick about what it is to own the room. You should really, really make sure that whoever you are, whatever affirmations you speaking over yourself, really, really adds to your self-esteem, so that when you walk into a room, it commands an audience and makes people want to initially want to connect with you without you even saying a word. You just walked in the room. All right. So I'll see y'all next time. Have a fantastic day. Like, share this video. Follow me. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Global Mentor Coach. I'm also on YouTube, Dr. LaTanya Hughes. Y'all can find me on social media. Check me out, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.